Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be predicting the Queen and King of the Ring PLE for 2024. Give my overall thoughts of the matches and so far what has progressed story-wise for these matches. And just give my overall predictions, of course. Before I immediately hop into the predictions, though, I do want to say I am quite excited for this PLE. I think that is something that will continue to be the case going forward because there's a lot of positive things that are going on in the WWE right now. And I think this is just yet another example where, like, every single one of these matches on this card could be match of the night. I could see that being the case. I'm excited for it. I've been interested in some of the decisions they've made throughout the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. I do wish that there were more King and Queen tournament matches on the actual card, but that's just like a slight gripe. Like, I don't care that much. Like, I'm not boycotting it because it's not that way, but it would have been nice to have a few more King and Queen of the Ring matches on the actual PLE. But that's okay because we still got the finals and of the King and Queens of the Ring tournaments. But to get into the predictions, let's just start off with we'll start off with the triple threat: Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable. I'm excited for this match. I think that it's going to be a really good and solid match. I think those three are going to put on a banger. I don't see how they couldn't. You have Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, who are amazing in-ring talents who get the credit for it, but Bronson Reed does not quite get enough credit for how good he is in the ring. I'm excited that he's actually getting a spotlight on a PLE because kind of felt bad for the guy this past year getting left out of a lot of PLEs. I felt like that he honestly could have been a part of. Um, but I don't want to say it's going to be match of the night, but I know it's going to be a really good match. And I know I'm going to enjoy it. That's probably going to open the show. Like, I could see that being the case, and I think that Sami Zayn will retain the Intercontinental Championship. I think that we will probably have a few title reigns that will be a bit shorter, but I don't think it's Sami Zayn's time to be losing the Intercontinental Championship. Like, I could see Chad Gable could use it, Bronson Reed could use it, but still, I don't think it's to the point where you can reasonably say, "All right, let's take the championship off of him." So, Sami Zayn for the win on that one. And then the next match I'm seeing on here is Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, and this one's a little bit of a toss-up. I think that with the overall story they've been pushing, I think it is time to put the championship belt on Liv Morgan. Let her have a heel title run. I think the reason why they did it like this instead of having her immediately win the Battle Royal, so that way her crowning moment isn't from a Battle Royal. I still think this match is going to be high quality. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be good. Becky Lynch, really good wrestler, puts on great matches. Liv Morgan, sometimes not the best in ring, but very solid and can put on a great performance. I think that you give Liv Morgan the championship, she runs with it. You end up having Dominic going with Liv Morgan and leaving Rhea Ripley, and pretty much just like have Liv Morgan take everything away from Rhea Ripley, have Rhea Ripley come back as a babyface, get the championship back, go on a title run. I could see them doing that, and honestly, I think it makes a lot of sense for that to be the case, but I'm not too sure if they're going to do that. But if they are, I think that I will be along for the ride and I will be enjoying every second of it, honestly. The next match that we got to talk about is we'll do the Queen of the Ring finals. It was Lyra, Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax. I think that Nia Jax has actually been looking pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of Nia Jax. I've been quite critical of her wrestling in the past, but I don't know what it has been. Like here recently I've been really enjoying seeing Nia Jax. Like not extremely, like I'm not super excited, but I've been interested in what she's been doing, and I think if they keep pushing her forward, she honestly has improved a lot in the ring, and she puts on better matches. I think that this match will once again be good, but I think honestly I kind of want to see Nia Jax win this. I think you give one win to Raw, one win to SmackDown. That's what I think they're gonna do at least. But I think that Nia Jax, with being a heel and being the queen of the ring winner, makes complete sense. I think she could do a lot with the run. And now that there's actually reasons for you wanting to win it, with you getting a title shot at SummerSlam, I think we're going to see a lot more intriguing winners. And I think we're going to see a lot more kind of dream matches in the future, which got me excited at least. But yeah, I think you give Nia Jax the win. Valkyria has been doing great throughout the tournament. Very exciting to be seeing her matches, and I'm excited for what she does in the future. You can obviously tell that WWE has a lot planned for her because they're already pushing her in such a positive way so early in her being on the main roster, and that's exciting to see. Then right after that, we'll predict the King of the Ring finals, which the matchup is Gunther versus Randy Orton. And honestly, I don't know a single person on this planet that thinks otherwise, but it has to be Gunther. Give Gunther the King of the Ring King of the Ring crown, and just give him a whole year of just being dominant. I would love to see Gunther win the King of the Ring, and then either at SummerSlam beat Damian Priest, which I could see that being the case. Give Damian Priest a little bit of a longer title run, because I think you can have when it's Clash of the Castle, I think you have CM Punk cost Drew McIntyre the championship, so that way their feud continues. CM Punk comes back, they have their blow off match, everything's great at the PLE and the PLE SummerSlam. You have Gunther pretty much immediately thrust him into winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Give him a great title run. He deserves it. He is awesome. I push him towards the moon. Just keep pushing him, because I love that. Because then you can even go to Bash at Berlin in August, his home country, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. But you have him versus Ilya Dragunov for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, please. Yes, please. Give me it. I want it now. And I'm so excited to see. They've been teasing Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther this entire time. And that's what I want them to keep doing, is just feeding that to me. I need that in my life. I need more Gunther. I think this match, once again, could be argued to be match of the night. So many great matchups on this lineup, and I love the fact that they are giving more time to these matches so they can progress, instead of loading up the card with like 14 matches and then nothing really happens throughout most of those matches. But with you doing it, with you having it at like 5 wrestling matches a card, you can tell a longer story. You can develop more things, and man, I think it is quite exciting to see what they're going to do at this PLE. The crowd was great on SmackDown. I don't typically get to review Raw and SmackDown because of my job, but whenever I can give the credit to it, Saudi Arabia turned up, and I was here for it. Definitely France, I think, for in the future of PLEs, is the whole reason why we're going to see a lot better crowds, so that way people are like, don't forget about us, we're still a good crowd, because of how amazing France was. I don't know if we'll see a crowd quite like that again this year. I think in Berlin it will be insane, and I'm quite excited for that. But I think France will probably have the best crowd of 2024, but I think it has helped with improving the overall crowds from weekly television to even the PLEs. And then what I think is going to be the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. Of course, it has to be the main event. Going into it when the match was first announced, I was very against having Logan Paul put up his championship, because how can you get yourself out of that? Because I want Logan Paul's reign to continue, because I think at SummerSlam, give it to LA Knight. Have him beat Logan Paul for the U.S. Championship. Have him have a solid reign. Give him what he deserves. Then you can even potentially in the future even push him up to being WWE Champion or World Heavyweight Championship. I think that there's a lot that they can do with LA Knight, and I want them to start pushing him more towards a main event guy. I think giving him a solid United States reign, I think that will be exactly what does it for me. Like I'm already a huge fan of LA Knight. When I went to see Fastlane in person this past year, I actually bought an LA Knight hat. I'm very excited to see what he does in the future. I will always support him and whatnot. But with this match specifically, it made a lot more sense for Logan Paul to cheat away out of not defending his championship. And I was okay with that. I was happy about that. But it does unfortunately make this match a lot more predictable. I still think it's going to be a great match, because that's one thing we'll see pretty much every single time Cody steps in the ring to defend that championship. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a good match between Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. But of course, Cody Rhodes will retain his championship, give him a long reign, push him forward. You can even have CM Punk win the Royal Rumble, but that's predicting way too far in the future. But there are things that I can see them potentially doing different storylines with the way that they've been progressing things. But that is pretty much the entire prediction of the King and Queen of the Ring match card. But one more thing I will mention, I don't think that they are debuting on this card specifically. I think it's actually a couple weeks from now, or a few weeks from now. The Wyatt Six is soon to debut. I'm excited for it. I know some people are skeptical about it. Some people don't want to see it. They think that, with Bray Wyatt, it's already sad enough to see him passed away, and that they're still like pushing the storyline. But I, as someone who loves Bray Wyatt, I support that they are still doing that. I will be entertained by it. I love, I loved it when he was Bo Dallas. Uncle Howdy was Bo Dallas, and I like the members they picked. Like, some people just think that it's like, oh, spooky members, but I can see why some of the members have been picked. But I won't spoil it for who has been picked to be in the faction. But I think that they will. I heard a rumor that they might be debuting like 2 weeks from now, 2-3 weeks from now, at Raw. I think like June something. That's what I heard, but I'm not too sure. Either way, I'm excited to see what does happen, and I think it's going to be really entertaining. I think within the next few weeks as well, we will see Jacob Fatu finally make his in-ring debut for WWE, and I'm excited for that too. So a lot of dope things going on within wrestling, this cycle, this PLE cycle, and the next one. But that's it for today's video. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. Put down in the comments below if there's any wrestling shows you want me to review. And till then, have a great rest of your day.